King Louie and LaRhonda Steele. And I guess we're doing a change. Well, Brian, all right. Well, I guess we're going to tell Brian Foxworth, everybody, on drums here. Man is an amazing metronome of funk. You could be texting on the phone and playing that stuff, man. I've seen that before. How are you guys? Thank you. You are dressed to the nines. You look beautiful, LaRhonda.
I had to come dressed nice to come see you, Steve.
I appreciate that, because most people that come see me, it's like 12, 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a traveling musician. We're lucky we get them in their pajamas. If we get them in their pajamas, you look beautiful.
All day I was waiting, getting ready for you.
This is a great new album. This one is good, and you have got a weapon with that voice. When was the first time that you knew that you had control? Because, you've been singing, it was church, right?
Right. I was 13 years old, and that was many moons ago. And I did my first solo in church. I remember it, Pleasant Ridge Baptist Church in Jones, Oklahoma. Pastor Reverend Willie Boone Jr. And we sang a song called Be Grateful. My sister and I led the song, and it's been upwards and onwards since then.
Anybody have to push you out front? Was there a little bit of shyness at the beginning?
A lot.
Well, it doesn't look like it.
Well, not now.
No,
but,
I know.
But then I was 13, and so once they found out that I could sing and heard that I could sing, it was like every Sunday I was expected to either sing or direct the choir. And I was like, then there was some resistance, but I'm so happy that I had that wonderful training ground because it was a place of love and
they wanted
support.
you to contribute.
Yes.
Who are they? Was it aunts? Was it mom? Was it the church itself?
It was the church ladies.
Good for you. Well, the new album.
LaRhonda, did they have great hats?
They had great hats.
Well, the new album is fantastic. You guys are getting huge reviews. I've been playing it each and every week on the Sunday Night Blues Room.
Thank you, Steve.
Are you kidding me? Now, tell me a little bit about, exactly. How did you guys, because I know you play with everybody. LaRhonda, you play with everybody. But how was it that we got these two forces together?
It actually first started in 1994. The Blues Festival, I was contacted to put together a gospel show. So naturally, my first call was to Janice Scroggins to play piano. And she recommended LaRhonda as one of the vocalists. And she was fantastic. But it's a funny thing, the video recently surfaced of that, and LaRhonda sings fantastically, 2 songs, Eyes on the Sparrow, all by herself. But then she says to the audience, thank you. That's the only 2 words she said.
That's funny.
It's overwhelming.
How long had you been in Portland at that time? How long have you been here?
I had just been here maybe a couple of years, and I had never worked with live bands before, except for in church, and so never really went out. I was 25 years old, but very, very sheltered at that time, so didn't really go to bars, didn't really do anything other than church and college. And so when I came here and you're on the Blues Festival stage with, oh my gosh, and you're playing with Janice and musicians, it was a bit overwhelming. So I only had thank you in my heart and mind. That's all I could.
When she mentions Janice, we're talking, of course, the late, great Janice Scroggins. And, well, your good friend, too, Linda Hornbuckle, who we've missed for, I think it's been 2 years. I think Tracy was just telling me, too. This is coming up on 2 years, right, the anniversary. So you met the right women when you got here. How did that happen? It just, once again?
Wow. Thank you for asking. When I first moved here, I was deciding to make the commitment to being a full-time musician. So I met Ken Berry. I don't know if any of you know who Ken Berry is. An incredible educator, and he puts on the Martin Luther King celebration each year. And so my Aunt Jean, who just recently passed away, God rest her soul, introduced me to Ken Berry. I auditioned over the phone to Ken Berry, and wow. He put me in the festival, and he also put me in his band. And from then on, it was just, once you meet one musician, you know, the circle begins to grow.
It's a community, especially here in Portland, too.
Yes, it was. And,
all right.
Yes.
The one song we just played, Walking the Dog, Rufus Thomas tune, did you guys get together and pick these? Because I know Maya Angelou's lyrics are in there, too. Was that you, LaRhonda? Was that?
Oh, no. Janice Scroggins turned me on to a beautiful vocalist named Ruthie Foster. And her CD is called Phenomenal Woman. And at the same time, my daughter Lauren was reading a lot of Maya Angelou's work. So we came across that CD through Janice, heard the song, and loved it. And so now every time I sing it, I think about Janice and I think about Linda and how they are phenomenal women, how they have impacted our lives, and they continually show up in our music and in everything we do.
So was it a collaboration between you two coming up with the songs that you have? Because this is a strong album from 1 to track 14.
Thank you. You know, LaRhonda and I, over the past couple of years, been playing together more frequently. I mean, we both freelance and have our own bands, but a lot of times we're just in a restaurant, just the two of us, you know, and it's like, oh, you know, walking the dog, yeah, what's your key? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, and we're playing it, you know. And rather than reinvent the wheel, we thought, let's just do what we do, because it's always special every time we do it, and we get a great response, and it's creative and spontaneous. And so rather than, oh, we need arrangements now, we need some original material, we can't just, no, we just went ahead and did it. So yeah, these are just tunes that in some cases we've never rehearsed at all. Can you tell?
No, not at all. This is some of the strongest stuff. And I also want to thank Renato Caranto for being here too, because he had to go over the hills, through the woods, and he just got, what, was it Merle Haggard that he just got off tour with? Yeah. Renato, thank you very much. You should have seen, thank you, there he is. Yeah. Should have seen the day that I went to this new church my wife took me to, and I saw Renato up there playing in the band. I went, this is my church. This got to be it right here. I can't get any better than that. So congratulations on the new album, guys. It just absolutely rocks. It's good stuff. We get some more. You want to introduce everybody that we got on your stage too, or will be on the stage?
Well, Brian, you already talked about Brian, fantastic drummer. We first played together with the late Linda Hornbuckle back in 1992. So that's going back a ways. And then every once in a while we get to play together, and it's always great. Also a great singer, by the way.
Yes, he is.
And in a minute, we're going to have Edwin Coleman play drums. Edwin Coleman III is another great drummer that plays with Soul Vaccination. And for the CD, we had 2 days. We did all the basic tracks in 2 days. 1 day with Brian, 1 day with Edwin. Dave Ayula on guitar. Doug Lewis also played. Renato on sax. And we brought in a special guest, James Mullen, playing piano on this song, Phenomenal Woman. Am I forgetting anybody?
Well, we did our recording at Sherritt Studios with Yuri Tropitz. He's a wonderful, we call him the mad Ukrainian, the mad Russian. He calls himself that, so.
No, he's a genius, we think. He just captured our sound so beautifully. And
any other shout-outs while we got you in here?
Thank you. The artwork.
Oh, yeah, Diane.
The Academy, we'd like to thank Dave Gill and Diane Russell were responsible for the beautiful artwork on the CD.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lynn Derrick has been really supportive. Soul Sisters Productions, my wife's production company, which has put on many benefits, including for LaRhonda 2 years ago.
I'm standing here, part of the reason for Soul Sister Productions. Yes.
Peter Damon, guitarist, but also talent coordinator for the Blues Festival, the Waterfront Blues Festival, actually was responsible for that first gig at the Blues Festival, the gospel set. Okay, I'm almost done. The venues we've been playing at, where we do our little duo thing or whatever, Arrivederci, 503, Halibuts. I think that's it.
Jimmy Mac's.
Jimmy Mac's.
Yeah.
Not a small venue. Beautiful venue.
We've had some fun at Jimmy Mac's.
Yeah.
All right, well, the new album sure makes it easy to do a great radio show, man. I just can pick a song off there. And like I said, you make it easy for me. So I want to thank you guys for coming on out this afternoon, being a part of it. Want more?
Thank you.
Me too. Guys, King Louie and LaRhonda Steele.